Welcome to Chronically Crocheting. I have a lot to share with you. Let's have some fun! Hi my yarny friends, my name is Crystal and I'm on here today to share with you where I've been, what's been going on, what's on my hook, maybe a couple of my finished objects. And so if you're new to my channel, I live with multiple chronic illnesses, and sometimes I could go into very bad flares and not be on here. I typically am never gone longer than a month, and now it's been 2.5 months, but I have recently moved. Well, it's been 4 months, 4.5 months, but it's just been a very hard move. And so I will get into all that at the end of the vlog. So for those of you that aren't interested in anything personal and that you're here more for the yarny content, I will get into that first, and then I'll go into where I've been and why it's been 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Got myself confused there for a second. So I right now have lost my Crojo. I have lost my Crojo for about, well, the whole time since I've been here. I've not had my Crojo. I have finished objects. I have forced myself to crochet in hopes that we'd get my Crojo back. I have started multiple projects in hopes that it would get my Crojo back, and it's still not there yet. I am working on something that I just picked up a couple days ago or yesterday, or life can be a blur. maybe it was yesterday after Thanksgiving. I was so miserable yesterday and just struggling because Thanksgiving was wonderful and hard all at the same time. There was, 17, 18 people, 7 children, something like that. And it was just too much for me. I struggled. It wasn't at my home, but we're supposed to have Christmas at my home, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. So what's on my hook right now? I started, this is going to be the Grinch. I just saw a picture of it, and I'm going off the picture because I want to make it, well, at first I thought I want to make it for Eleni. She's like her grandma. She loves the Grinch. She loves the movie. She loves anything Grinch related. And so do I. It's one of my top 2 favorite movies, Elf and the Grinch, the newest Grinch that came out a couple years ago with the screaming sheep. Is my favorite. I love it. I love it. I love the carolers that are singing and following him around, and he can't get away from them, and they're coming out of the shutters, and just, it's hilarious. I love it. I love the movie, the cartoon. So she loves the Grinch too. I found at Costco a Grinch that is gorgeous. And I love him. He tickles me. I see him every day. And they also had a gingerbread house. I'm going to put a picture up right here of the Grinch. And then I'll take a different picture, pan back. It has the Grinch, the gingerbread house. The gingerbread house has music. The lights. The windows, they light up. And then we got this gorgeous angel painting off of Etsy. My husband had wanted it forever, and it's stunning and it's perfect. And I like color. I suffer a lot. I live my life mostly on a couch bed, and so color makes me happy. And I don't need a traditional home where everything is a textbook perfect home where, you colors have to be this way and that way, and don't do this, don't do that. I want color, vibrancy, and I want things in my home that I look at and spark joy, and color sparks joy. So, I'm just going off. I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I've had a hard time getting back on here. I've been fighting pretty bad depression because of all the bad things that have happened, and I'm hoping that 1, I'm finally coming out of it, and 2, I know partly why I'm depressed is because I'm not on here chatting with you guys, and I miss you guys, and I love you guys, and I know it's because I'm not having that communication that it's been hard on me. Also, not crocheting, that sparks joy, and I'm not doing that. So, and then I haven't been in front of the camera in so long, and I've tried a lot. I've tried so many times to get in front of the camera, and I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't there. So I think it's finally there. Praise God. I'm very grateful because I miss you guys. I'm going to go down another rabbit hole real quick before I forget. I do have a new P.O. box. I'm hoping, I really want to exchange Christmas cards this year. I bought some cute gnome I bought him last year when I found him, after Christmas. I was like, oh, I got to get these. So I'm hoping to do a Christmas card swap. If you send me one, I'll send you one. And I have like 40. So, hopefully that's something I can handle. Hopefully I don't get too many, and I can't do all of that because I'm sick. There have been times, many years, that I was hoping to send out Christmas cards and I couldn't. So instead I sent a Valentine's card. I think I did that 2 years. I was too sick at that time to do Christmas cards. So I did Valentine instead. So that could very well happen if I go into some crazy flare. So after all that, I'm making a Grinch scarf, and I'm making it a bit smaller, so then I have to make the eyes smaller. I think, they put the face straight like this with the eyes right here and the nose. I might do a sideways face. I'm going to play with it and see. It's smaller than what they did because it's for a 5-year-old. The only thing and so, I still have a lot to go. I can't just make one because I have 4 grandkids that are 5, 6, and 7, something like that, or 2 5-year-olds, 2 6-year-olds, and I can't just make one kid a Grinch scarf and not make all 4 of them a scarf. So, and I'm typically a one and done kind of a girl, but I'm hoping because this is a scarf and it's just a C2C, it's called corner to corner. You start in a corner and you just work your way all the way up into another corner to finish it. This one, you don't finish it. You leave this for the hat and you put a pom-pom right here. So I thought that was really cute. This would have been fun and some like fun fur, maybe the next one. I'm just getting a feel for it, trying to figure out what I want to do and the size. I need one of the grandkids here to see how far around I need to go. So that will be fun. And I'm actually, working on it. So that's good. And I'm just using Red Heart Super Saver and Cherry Red because grandkids they beat stuff up. So there's no point in using anti-pilling, which is my favorite. I'm using, and this stuff washes up real well from what I heard, so it will soften. I did find some fragrance-free, more natural fabric softener that I want to buy and try to see if that will help soften it up because I can't use typical fabric softeners. For the green, I'm using, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and I think it's Limelight. Where are you? I'm right. And then this is just some random white I had. So that is on my hook. I did start it yesterday. I have not worked on it at all today. I did start week and a half ago. I saw Bag O' Day hat. She did this Christmas tree pattern. I made her Christmas tree hat years ago and it tickled me and I loved it and it brought me so much joy. I gotta make myself one. I gave that to my son. I don't know why I'm not doing that right now. I need a Christmas tree hat. So, but she had this pattern for these Christmas trees, and I'm not done. I don't know how far you go, but they were so cute, and people made them in like 3 different colors, maybe white, pink, and purple. You could do any color, whatever your color scheme is. You could leave it like this. You could decorate it. You could try to string lights on the outside, but I would put them on the inside and poke them through because it would be too much to have all the wires on the outside. So just put them on the inside. She just uses a cone. You could stuff it, you could do a patch, but I just really thought it was so cute, but I just can't get into it. But it's not her pattern. Her pattern is perfect. I bought the written pattern. She has a tutorial. It's just, I'm really struggling to get into crocheting and doing much. You know, I only do a little bit every day, just a teeny bit, where normally I would really get into a project and I could finish a project within a couple days because I spend a lot of time on my couch bed. I have a lot of time. I've not got that drive anymore. So I did start that. This was another project I started, but I'm not liking how it's working out, so I'm going to have to undo it. I bought last year a jumbo skein, a lot, like, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 of them for 80 cents at Walmart. And I thought I would make a Christmas blanket. It's Christmas time. And I started out with a C2C, but I'm not liking the pattern, how it's how it is because of the C2C. I'm not liking that. So I might instead do something different, and I can't remember what it is. I just don't like how, every time you get bigger and bigger it changes. So it was this direction, now it was this direction, now it's this direction. This yarn isn't good for a C2C. I don't know if I'm going to do like a chevron. I don't remember what I was thinking. Do maybe 3 different colors, this on the bottom, a little, like a row or 2 are white, then green, a row or 2 are white, then red. So in 3 sections. Sorry, I looked up. Got a text. Hi, Terralyn. So I don't know. I don't like that. So I did try to force myself to just, pick up the hook and start working on something that was simple, that was easy. And yeah, so anywho, I did finish some items. I finished this jellyfish. I've made a lot of these for my grandchildren before. I have a new granddaughter that is my daughter-in-law's niece, and she lives here now. We live here now. They just moved here right when we moved here, and she wanted one of these jellyfish. So I did make her one in the past because I made all of the cousins one. And she said she wanted one in this yarn. And then by the time I finally got it done, she couldn't remember she wanted it this yarn. And then she didn't like it in this yarn. So maybe I shouldn't let them pick their yarns. So yeah. So that's a finished object. I'll try to find the patterns. I always try to link every pattern that I talk about in the description box below. So if you see something that you're like, oh, I want to make that, look in the description box below. I did finally finish, except for tying in my ends. I was working on a baby blanket. I got this yarn from Seta and Karen. Hi, Karen. Hi, Seta. I finally finished this baby blanket that I was working on, or it's a lap blanket or a wheelchair blanket. I got this, my brain doesn't want to engage. This border is from a book. I didn't finish the border. I just, just continued on with the yarn. I didn't color control or anything. So I just decided to do a small, simple pattern. Yep. So it's done except for the ends. I don't know if my daughter-in-law, Sarah, might want it because she's pregnant with a grandson. Woohoo! So she's pregnant. She's due in February. She gave me a list of baby stuff she wanted. Most people would be like so excited that, somebody, your daughter-in-law wants crocheted items for their child, for your grandchild, but that's how much I've lost my crojo. I can't even get into making baby stuff. I've just been fighting really bad depression. And I typically, I can get depressed a little bit here and there because, I'm chronically sick. However, this is different. And I think it's because of everything that went on and then the severe flare I went into. And I think my body is just, it's changed and it's different. So I was forcing myself to crochet items. So some other finished items I have. So I was forcing myself to make an easy amigurumi pattern that it was just simple, and hoping that it would spark me to want to crochet more. So in the past 2.5 months, I've made 4 of my cat patterns, Mr. Purrsalot. 2 of them are so close to being done, and 2 of them are completely done. I can't remember which ones I made first. I can't remember. So I made this Mr. Purrsalot. The colors aren't showing up. They're more jeweled. They're kind of deeper in person than this bright. It's kind of getting blown out. And so I made him because he's really easy. It's a very easy, simple pattern. And I was just hoping to get my crojo back. Then I made another one, and this time I used velvet yarn for the nose. And that was a lot of fun. And for the ears right here. And so this is a smaller yarn. You know what? I forgot to say. This guy right here, the yarn is called Lauren Happy. I don't know if it's off of Hobie or Hobium. I can't remember. And the color is usually a number. It's RH003. And then this guy, this is just some like burlap velvet for the nose. I use the ice cream cotton blend from Lion brand. This colorway is called Rainbow. And that's how much I had left out of a brand new skein to make this one. The size difference, is, so if different yarns will give you different sizes, different weight of yarns. I don't remember the hook size I used. I don't remember. They've been done for quite some time. Another one that is, I just gotta sew these things on. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't even think the tail, oh, Jiminy Crickets. Oh, there it goes. I got it all twisted around. So this I still have to sew on. I wish you could see it. It's so blown out. It's not that bright. This one's my favorite. Look at how cute that is. I love her pink nose. Oh my goodness, I just gotta sew these on. I just, blah. I feel like, I don't know. I just lost that loving feeling. There's a reason why, that part of it, besides being sick and all the bad stuff that happened. I use Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling and the colorway Critter Craze. And I made a critter. Yeah, and I used Bernat Velvet. I'm sure it's just white. Yep. And then another finished oh wait, I got one more cat. One more cat that I'm working on its tail. I'm making a pink tail, and I haven't sewn the ears on or anything. I'm making this one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My lighting, that's another reason why I haven't got on here, is I can't get my lighting proper. It's so blown out. it's so much cuter in person. So, yeah, so I'm making him. He's going to have a pink tail. All this needs to be sewn on. But I've put that down. It's a Hobby Lobby print yarn. And then the last thing that I have finished in this past 2.5 months is I needed an emotional support chicken. I used, I think, 2 different patterns. I don't even remember what I used anymore. So I made him a long time ago. I was thinking I need like 100 of these all around me for the emotional support. His legs are fun. He can run. Look at him. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. So he's so cute. He is an emotional support chicken. So that's everything that's been on my hook, what I finished, what I haven't, what I've tried to attempt. I'm really, really hoping that I start to get my Crojo back. A couple of reasons why I lost it, besides getting sick and going into a flare, and besides all the house issues that we had and all the things that went terribly wrong, is 2 things. One, when I moved in here, I got a lot of grief that I had a lot of yarn. So my son, my oldest son, went to Washington and helped move, and then he had some people help us move in. Now the kids that helped moved in, they just thought all the yarn was cool and fun, but you know, I just got a lot of, you know, not positive stuff about how much yarn I had, and it really kind of hurt my feelings. And then, you know, there was a lot of like being made fun of, like on how much yarn I have, and they just don't get like how sick I am and how much yarn shopping was all I had. You know, when you're sick in a bed, where do you get joy from? It's very, very hard, and it was from crocheting and from buying yarn. And I did buy way too much yarn. I get that. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to use all this yarn. I understand that. I haven't bought yarn in 4, 5, 6, 7 months. It's been a long time. So I'm glad that yarn, that need to buy yarn, like, to, you know, when there's those really good deals, that's how I got a lot of yarn, was when there's a really good deal, it's hard to pass it up. So that was really hard on me. This yarn room was smaller than what I was than what I had. My stuff wasn't fitting, and how I wanted to do it, I was told it was stupid. And so I just got so many bad feelings about my yarn and my yarn room. And then I got, you know, I've made a lot of crocheted items for my grandkids. And when I moved here, they gave me a bag of them all back because they didn't want to store them at their house anymore. That just did me in. That did me in. That was like, you know, a lot of work, and they didn't cherish them. So I have no desire to make amigurumi for my grandbabies, and that really drove me. And you know, they want stuff, but I don't want to make stuff that I'm just going to have to get back again, that I'm going to have to store. So I've had to think of a different way, like what am I going to do to make amigurumi, because I love it. And people don't value your work, especially when they get it for free. So I think I'm going to start saving up my amigurumi, and once I get enough, I might try to do a craft fair. You know, I might try once in my lifetime to see what it's like to do a craft fair. Like I already have a few items that I'm starting to squirrel away. So that's what I'm going to do. When I, like my cats, I'm going to sell them at a craft fair. And I don't want to undervalue my time, my effort, you know, how it's just a lot of time and effort put into making these. I could sell them online, but a lot of people sell their stuff for really low prices, and I just feel like my work is worth more than, you know, a couple dollars an hour. And so we'll see. It's hard to know. How do you price something? What's a good fair price? Not something that's astronomical, but not something where I'm getting pennies on the dollar. So you got stuffing, you got eyes, you got the yarn, and then you have the time. The time is the biggest. And I am not a fast crocheter, and you shouldn't have to speed crochet. I'm not a production line. I'm a human being. And so, anywho, I don't know how to price them, but I won't have to figure that out until I have enough to sell. I don't have that enough to do a craft fair right now. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that's one reason why, a couple of reasons why I lost my Crojo. I also went into, so I'm going to be talking about personal stuff now. So I went into a terrible flare. As you know, when we moved in here, the well water had bacteria in it, very high levels of bacteria. We drank it. We both got sick, but, you know, I got more sick. And so I thought I was finally getting better. We purchased a reverse osmosis and a water softener and a UV light, and we just did the whole kit and caboodle, did it off Costco. We thought, okay, we'll go with Costco, and they use a third party that they go through, because you get, you know, like 10% back, and, you know, oh, it's Costco. It was disastrous. They had to come out, I think maybe a total of 12 times. The last time was maybe 2 when we returned 2 out of the 3 items. But the first guy that installed everything, I don't know if I told you guys this. I can't remember. The first guy, he installed all these pipes around our electrical box and put everything in front of our electrical box. Well, water and electricity doesn't go together, and it was leaking in 4 spots. So it took them 9 different times to come out, for people to come out to fix all the issues. So that's stressful to have these people coming over all the time. You know, it's like a 4 or 5 hour ordeal every time, 9 times. And then they talked us into doing, what kind of water is that? Alkaline water. I drink a lot of water. It was a very, very, very bad mistake. You should not drink a lot of alkaline water. And I got really sick from it, like terribly sick. And I went to the ER. I got severe burning mouth for over a week. Severe dry throat, dry mouth. I don't know if it caused a flare. I don't have I might have Sjogren's. I don't know if I have Sjogren's. And so that made me really, really sick. And my husband's texting me. I don't want to splice this together. So, I don't have my phone by me. Darn it, hold on a second. Well, phooey. He knew I was videotaping, and now I'm starting to sweat, and I think I've lost my ability to continue. I don't even know where I was. Finally get to do a vlog, say, hey, I'm doing a vlog, and then get interrupted. Anywho, so where was I? I got really sick, went into a bad flare, went to the ER. And then after being really sick, my brain doesn't want to engage now. Phooey. I know. Oh yeah. And I've been having an issue with trying to get into a certain kind of a doctor I need to see, and it's been terrible. Here in Georgia, the healthcare is terrible. I had the Marketplace, Obamacare in the state of Washington. It was perfect, no problems. Everything was smooth. I've had it for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I don't know. Something like that. No problems. Loved it in the state of Washington. In Georgia, it is horrible. Nobody will take your insurance. Nobody will take the Marketplace insurance here in Georgia. There's a plane. Sorry guys, I can't help planes. So it's been terrible. It's been terrible. I mean, I did find a doctor, and I do have some people that I can go to, but one of my really important ones to where it makes me be able to sit here right now today. It's been a fiasco. It's just been terrible. It's been terrible. It's caused me a lot of it's just been terrible how the doctors and how they can make you just feel, and to go through the whole process again of being so sick, having to find new doctors, having to fight for your health care when you don't feel good enough to fight for yourself. Like, you know, I need an advocate, but my husband's too sick to do that for me. He's older than I am, and he never got better after COVID. He's just not the same. I mean, he got better, but he just never got to where he was. And so to have to fight all over again, because I don't have any real diagnosis. Well, I do, like the ME/CFS, the chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalitis, you know, that's a diagnosis I have. POTS, I have the testing to prove it, the tilt table test, the sweat test, you know, that. But my Crohn's, or my possible IBD, irritable bowel disease, and my Sjogren's, I don't have any real diagnosis, though I saw a gastrologist here, and he says, "Why don't you believe you have IBD?" I said, "It's not me." I go, "From the colonoscopy report I just had a year ago, it supported it. My gastrologist was on the fence whether I had it or not. It wasn't me that doesn't believe that I don't have it. It was her." And so he wanted me to do another colonoscopy to prove to me that I had it. And I'm like, it's $2,500. I just had a colonoscopy. How about we just, you know, then if you're for sure I have it, then you start treating me like I have it. This autoimmune disease. I'm being treated for no autoimmune disease. None. I just suffer with no treatment. So, anyway, so I had scheduled for this colonoscopy. I'm like, I can't afford $2,500 right now. We just moved. So, and it's at the end of the year. Anyway, so, and then I did get to see a immunologist. Well, I got to see his assistant, an immunologist, an allergist who knows exactly what I'm going through with my histamine intolerance, with mast cell activation syndrome. They know all about it. My last one didn't, that I saw like 3 years ago. He was like, "You don't have mastocytosis or whatever. It's in your, like, in your bone marrow." Or I'm like, I know I don't have that. I don't have the disease. I have the syndrome. Anyway, and so not all immunologists know about this. And so, you know, I have a lot of anaphylactic episodes. They're not real. Like, they're real. They're not based upon a true food allergy. It's based upon an histamine intolerance. My body doesn't flush out histamine like it should. And if your histamine gets too high, you have anaphylactic. I have moderate ones. So you could have mild, you can have moderate, and you can have severe. Severe, you could die. Mine's just, I have all the symptoms that a severe has. My blood pressure just doesn't go low enough to put me in like a coma or death, but it goes pretty darn low. And all the other symptoms, just all the other symptoms I have too. So anyway, this doctor knows all, this nurse knew all about it. She didn't dismiss me. She knew tests to look for. She's like, you know, anyway, so I got a lot of tests. I see this doctor on, that I actually get to see him. And so I get to see him on Monday to go over all these test results I have. And basically my test results are my inflammation is out of control. And everything I read, it says that I have IBD, an autoimmune. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what he says. And then also with what she said, it supports mast cell activation syndrome. And so anywho, so that's where I am. I have an EpiPen, though on my current medicine, I can really control my reactions are much better. My POTS is even better on the medicine I'm taking if I remember to take it faithfully. So anywho, just so much going on with the home and all the issues we've had with it, with my health, with finding new health care. My healthcare insurance is horrible. Nobody wants to take it here. I can't get into a specialist that I really, really need. They've made me feel like a terrible person seeking it. But I do have this one doctor that I think is finally going to help me, especially with all my reactions that I have to foods, because it's getting more and more and more and more. This is how bad my brain is. I could have just turned my phone on silent. I didn't turn my iPad on silent, but I don't remember that. My brain just isn't sharp. I just don't process information well. I've lost so much hair. My hair is falling out. I probably lost 50% of my hair. It just keeps falling out. I'm sure stress, sickness, I don't feel good. Thanksgiving, there was a picture. I couldn't even shower. I looked terrible. It was horrible. Maybe I should not. Anyway, I showered today so I could get on here so you wouldn't have to see how yucky I really look. I wanted to sit in here because it's like my couch bed, it's all like tan, so it's all like boring, and here's all the fun stuff, and I'm just happy that I can sit in here today. You know, I felt good enough that I could sit in here today, and I'm grateful for that, and I will take those small wins. I've got to do some crafts in here with my grandbabies. Oh, that's a win. So I'm just gonna focus. I gotta focus on those things. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, so I have a lot of yarn, and I wanted to look up some yarn crafts to do with my grandbabies, and I found this owl, and I knew that they were gonna love it, and I did it with one grandchild first, and then I can't show you because I don't have permission, hers, but if I get Joy's permission, I'll show you the owl that Eleni made, and then the owl that Elijah made. They had to take a picture by it. This is a really, really fun craft idea to do with your grandkids or your kids, and a great way to use those little scrap balls up. You know, they get to pick whatever color. So I've been on a hunt for fun yarn projects. I found this super cute cloud, and then I found this cute turtle that I want to make with them, and then there was one other thing that I found, and I've just started searching. What was it? There was a turtle, a cloud, and I'm gonna have to look at my phone because it's gonna make me bananas. I just recently found them. Oh, a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree. I found a Christmas tree. So I think the Christmas tree is a great idea. The reason why I love the owls is they get to go look for the sticks themselves, for the owl to perch on. To get the yarn started, I took my glue gun. I glue gunned the first line at the very top or at the very bottom. glue gunned it down so then they could wrap it and it wouldn't keep moving and falling off. I used the glue gun. I glue gunned on everything. They cut out the circles. I traced the circles with my stencils. They cut out the circles. They chose their colors. They chose the color of the felt ears. I cut the ears, which they could have cut them, but I didn't think about it at the time. You could just trace the ears. So they loved it, loved it, loved it, and they really enjoyed doing it. So I can't wait to make more yarn crafts with them because I love my grandkids, love kids, and love yarn. So it goes well together, right? I don't know where I was. I just been interrupted. I better get going so I can work on putting this all together. It takes a long time to render stuff and edit them, and I'm hoping I'm back on. I hope I can get back on Facebook. Another reason why I've been discouraged is people take advantage of you. I'm just tired of everybody just wanting and being selfish. I've said over and over on my Facebook, it's only for my patterns unless you can't self-promote. So if you know, I want to see everybody's patterns. I want to see what everybody's making, and that's fine, but I don't want people to list their YouTube channel, to list their Etsy shop, or list their patterns. Now, if you made somebody else's pattern, you know, I want to see the picture of that, and I would love a link to that pattern, but no self-promotion. I've tried to say that over and over and over again. No self-promotion, no self-promotion. I am too sick. I'm too sick. And I've had people who are so sweet and said they'll help me with the Facebook, but I don't know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I can't teach them. I need somebody who's already doing somebody's Facebook that's willing to help out with mine. You know, it's scary to give over your Facebook, and then I don't know how to help them. I don't know what I'm doing, so I can't teach anybody. I need somebody to help me. Teach me. So I'm hoping to get back on it. Sometimes I think about closing it, but then that's where I get to see your guys' stuff, and I want to see what you're crocheting. It inspires me and it tickles me, and but it's just been too much for me lately to be able to do it. So anywho, that's where I am with the Facebook. That's why I haven't been on there. That's why I haven't been on YouTube. Hopefully this will motivate me to get back on here and to make more vlogs. And yep. So that's it for now. I better get going so I can finish this. I love you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I really wanted to put out a happy Thanksgiving vlog. It just didn't happen because I was trying to bake a pie, and then Thanksgiving Day make broccoli casserole. Then we were gone all day and it was a lot. And then the day after I was miserable, and luckily today I'm better. For me. Better for me. Anywho, let me know what's on your hook. Let me know how you've been doing, and I will talk to you later. Bye.